Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports.
A fairly short kick from the 14. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Flush to his right and incomplete to open things up.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. On play action, they'll throw. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And he'll bring this all the way up to the 45-yard line. So a holding penalty, and that'll send him backwards.
You know they're trying not to do that. I mean, we know that, right? We talk to them all the time. But sometimes the defensive guys just put you in awkward situations, and you get caught grabbing their jerseys.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. They run the counter. It's Gibson, and he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? He was trying to clear the way, the big fullback. Instead, he gets a hold.
And you don't see that very often on running plays from those guys because usually they're the lead blocker. Normally, when he gets caught, it's in a passing situation.
Now it's Haskins. And this is incomplete. T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Now Haskins.
Once more for Hilton, and this time complete.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down. On 3rd down, Gibson. And he's got the 1st down as he's up to the 45-yard line. They needed a yard. They got it. 1st down. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it, pick up 1st downs.
Flushed out right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing again. Haskins. Caught left side by Hilton. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Complete to number 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. From the gun, it's Haskins.
Got an open man, finds Gibson.
And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down.
And 8 yards.
It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. James White's first carry. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37.
The ball carrier.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Off the play fake. Here's Haskins. That'll be caught. It's Steven Sims. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 20-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
First down, Washington.
First down, here's White. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
On 2nd and 9. Haskins will drop it underneath to White. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
To James White.
The Washington passing game dialed in now. It's a first down. 1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Out of the shotgun, Haskins to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Running out of the gun with White. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. 7 big yards on the carry there to get him within range of the goal line with 3rd down upcoming. Now Haskins to throw it. Oh, batted at the line and intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. Past the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Lions. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
For the point after. It's up, it's good, and the Lions lead 7-0.
Makes the score Lions 7, Washington 0. Matt Prater to kick off for Detroit.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
taken at the 15, a short kick.
Now increase here as he's past the 30. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Their own 32-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Looking to throw again on second down. Haskins, that's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Washington first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
On first down, it's White. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. Trey Flowers there on the tackle.
49-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Lions 7, Washington nothing.
Coming up on 2nd and 7.
Here's Haskins out of the gun. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
Haskins pass.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
That catch for his career is number 589, so 11 away from 600, but it also right now ties him with Hall of Famer Fred Biletnikoff.
And we remember Fred Biletnikoff well because of the way he went about his business in catching the football. And we're seeing something similar here. Someone who runs precise routes, has excellent hands, and knows how to get the ball to the end zone.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Operating from the gun. Haskins. And he took the contact as he was throwing it. And the ball drops incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Too long for a field goal, too short to punt that in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll run for it. This is White. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They'll run with White. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
Ball carrier.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
From the 36, Haskins. And that'll be incomplete.
That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
Third down, here's Haskins. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Sam Sloman on for the field goal. A 53.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, listen, now, no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state, at other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Gets it quickly to Galladay. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
It's
A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
The 28.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Gonna throw deep for the end zone. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Now after the turnover, here's Haskins. And he'll let one go deep for Howard. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Well, when you've got a tight end who can run, you've got to give him a shot to unlock the defense. Want to see what they can get, taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. To throw again. Haskins looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Washington on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. Here's Haskins to throw. And he finds McLaurin. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
McLaurin.
First down, Washington. Haskins finding McLaurin.
Washington.
They'll run on first down. It's Gibson. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory.
He's across midfield.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Now it's Haskins. They're looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. And that was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. We got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level that quarterback and receiver were not on the same page.
Just by his reaction, I'm talking about the quarterback, he expected something different from his receiver, whether he expected him to break in, out, deeper, shorter. They'll determine that on the sideline. But bottom line, you could see that he thought he'd be in a different spot, except the defender was not his intended target.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That was nice work there defensively to force the incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
They'll find Galladay. That's complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way. And it's much more successful as well.
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Traffic there, and that's complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. Coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up down near the 5. And a terrific return as they take it up past the 35. So his struggle is just continuing here in the first half throwing the football, Charles. Now 3 interceptions.
And they don't feel like they're just great plays by the defense. There's a sense that maybe he's a little careless with the football now. So some of the great coaches in the past, you know, they've always said, I can't teach you, obviously, because you're not listening. So maybe the bench can teach you. He's got to be careful now. He might get pulled.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one 28 yards on the ground.
And the Washington.
So they move from 136 over to the other as they come up on 1st down. Looking to throw, Haskins. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
On 2nd down now, it's Gibson. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. From the gun, Haskins slings this deep from McLaurin. Detroit was up for the challenge through the air. They force a 4th down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
And this one is right down Broadway. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
And now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock.
It's caught inside the 25. And they'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Kenny Galladay, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Lions strike quickly here for 6 points. Prater on to add the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game.
Makes the score Lions 14, Washington 3.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost.
Operating from the gun, Haskins. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls when you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Haskins. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
And 10 yards to go.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Throwing again, here's Haskins. And he's got his man, Hilton.
Haskins pass.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
As they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Haskins back to the air. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he fouled it. It's on the ground. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose. And yet again, Haskins is intercepted. 3rd down.
A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest, we're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to behind him? Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
10 at the 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's got a 1st down past the 30 and all the way out to the 35-yard line. That was signaling a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play.
5-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home.
So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Kickoff for Detroit.
Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
From the gun, Haskins slings this deep from McLaurin. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Desmond Trufant, and his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing, they're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
A gain of 13, it's a 1st down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
The pass.
Similar to a shooter in basketball, just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
And 12.
The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction, so now what can they do on 3rd? They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Throwing left side here, it's complete.
And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line.
22-yard line. That'll give him 60 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down. They go play action here on first down. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
This will be caught just inside the 10. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
First and goal.
68 yards receiving now for him in the game. And a first down on that last catch as well.
Here's Swift.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
Tackling's obviously critical down near the goal line. That was great work there to make the hit behind the line and make sure he doesn't get any further. Did a really nice job wrapping up and not letting him loose.
This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
He may try and run for this. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They'll get a couple of yards on the keeper, but it's going to lead to a 4th down. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
He tried to keep it himself, but can't stretch his way in.
And Washington is able to come up with a goal line stand. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back. And my goodness, another interception. Good positioning, and it's picked off. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
And it's 21-3.
Is good. Makes the score Lions 21, Washington 3.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
Taken at the 15, a short kick.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. A full start backs them up 5, 1st and 15. Operating from the gun, Haskins. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. From the gun, Haskins.
He'll layer this one out deep for Sims.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Now Haskins, 3rd and long. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Tressway now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. Elsewhere, a 3rd quarter score. And that is now a 2-touchdown lead for the Browns in that game. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fold.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Lions are able to grow their lead. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
Matt Prater to kick off for Detroit.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. On 1st down, Gibson. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. And that's a loss of 7 on the 1st down play.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
A hole to dig out of here. 2nd and 17.
Here's Haskins. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Haskins. Across midfield and inside the 45. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the 1st.
1st down.
Still in search of their 1st touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Haskins. The man is Howard, the tight end. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. Back now at Ford Field. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
Washington, 3.
On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
It's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
Again, it's Haskins. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Haskins. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
Washington on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This will be 3rd and forever. Haskins going to throw again. He completes it right side to White. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
A gain of 16 yards, but it brings up.
It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll try and throw forward with Haskins. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard, complete. And he gets the 1st down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11.
The Washington 1st down.
Now it's Haskins. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They defer to White out of the shotgun. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
3rd and inches.
3rd and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. Now Haskins to throw it. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got it. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And Washington able to close the gap just a bit. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is down to 28-10. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a 1-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game.
And now here's another interception. Picked off at the 40. But he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different?
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Lions add on to their lead.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
And you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. They're set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 15 yards on the play. First down. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10. Right at the 40. Now they'll look to Haskins to throw it. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
From the red zone now, Haskins on 1st down. Haskins here, and he lost the football. We hear them discuss red zone efficiency a lot, CD, and they almost gave that one up in the red zone. Luckily, they'll have another shot.
And you and I both know that every offensive coordinator, play caller in the league, they take particular delight in their red zone calls because those are the payoff ones. But you can't call a play if your team doesn't have the ball. Got to secure it.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. Just a yard, but that's all they needed. And by the slimmest of margins, it'll be 1st and goal. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off inside the 5. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
At their own 8-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball in a comfortable fourth-quarter lead. And he's only able to work this from the 8 to the 10 for a pickup of 2.
He was brought down.
The tackle by Cole Holcomb.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up. I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a third down.
Maybe he hits him in stride. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. Forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. That one looks like he'll throw here. Escaping the pressure right. And that's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. There's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line. 34-yard line. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Back to throw again. Steps away to his left. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 25. Back down about the 2-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it, and that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
Ioannidis. No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. He's going to, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit. But for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not in their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is, you stop us, we're not supposed to pull back ourselves.
And his kick is right through.
To score Lions 42, Washington 10.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
For Detroit.
Taken in the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. One final shot for Haskins. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the game will continue for at least one more play.
To not finish a game on a defensive penalty, that's why they get one more untimed attempt.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on first and goal. One final shot. They'll look to throw.
He's going to drop this one down to Gibson.
And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Lions, 42.
A big offensive explosion help leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Lions, it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for Washington,